And welcome, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to show you guys is basically my live trading sessions this morning. You are going to learn how to trade design. You're also going to learn about the 13 to 48 and the 24 EMAs. Also, you're going to learn about our exclusive indicators at trade1348.com. Now, get yourself on over to trade1348.com, link down in the description, and sign up for absolutely free. What you're about to see is an exclusive masterclass session, which traders are allowed to follow along with me live and in real time as I design my trades and help you guys understand how we create profitable entries and exits. So without further ado, enjoy the show. Peace.
Drop it.
What's going on, guys? All right, before we begin the show, good morning, Taco, DC fan, the usual suspects. Just want to give my condolences to Diana. Her dog died of a heart attack. So you guys go ahead, tag Diana. Just give her a little support. Her dog, Jimmy, was he wasn't even a dog. He was a human being, right? A big part of her family. And so you guys show her some love, some support, especially if you're a dog person. Anyways, okay, guys, let's get right into it. What we're going to do here, actually, wrong one. Okay, so what we're going to do here, guys, is we are going to play the market much faster. And the reason for that is because we need to be able to execute our trades, be nimble, right, and go through our progressions much faster. Now, over the past, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks, I've been showing you guys basically trade design, understanding momentum, et cetera, et cetera. Now, before we started Masterclass, we were doing general public streams, and I was much faster. And I think that for you guys to really take advantage of the meat of the moves, you need to be able to go through your reads and your progressions very fast. If you guys are, in fact, looking for calls, right, in this example, your progressions are from the down up, okay? You can typically be able to go ahead and just get a snapshot really quickly, especially if all indicators are in agreement. But when you are looking for a call, check out parabolic SAR first, then check out your strength. Look at RSI. Where is it at relative to its median average and this level 50 here? And also the MACD, making sure that it's confirming. And then you have confluence and agreement with all the indicators. Now, when you have a situation here, guys, right, where you have disagreement, that is probably not a trade you want to go after, right? And so we're looking at a SPY here, and we see there is agreement. Now, in order to play this, and I'm looking for the trade design, I'm going to go ahead and quickly say, all right, well, we got the 200. We break the 200, we'll play it to a pre-market high there, and then immediately we'll cut our risk at 13. Now, this is non-negotiable. I really don't care what anybody says. Your risk is non-negotiable. This is what separates novice traders from pro traders, and it's what separates good traders from amazing traders. You do not negotiate your losses. You cut it quick, keep it moving. That's simple, okay? We do not negotiate with it. In some instances, you say, well, hey, yeah, but it went down, and if it goes down, and it might come back up. But see, here's the thing. When it breaks your thesis, it gives you an opportunity to actually go with the trend, right? And so instead of absorbing those losses, right, and then waiting to go in profit, you immediately go into profit. And then when it shifts, since you're watching it already, when that trade begins to shift, you essentially give yourself a 2-for-1 trade, where originally you came in looking for one trade, now you have two. And so it's cutting your losses. Always a blessing in disguise, okay? So allow yourself that opportunity with your portfolio that if the trade goes against you, think, right? I'm cutting this now because I can get a 2-for-1 special, all right? Does that make sense? I want you guys to really, really start making sense of that. There's no reason why we should be mirroring our trades. Absolutely none, all right? So let's go ahead, do roll call really quick. We have Tori, usual suspect. Way to go. Good morning, sir. Drew, Paul, Granddad Cash, Raphael, Mike D, Phoenix, Taco. All right, we have Slother, we have Eric S, we have Gio, what's up? DC fan, of course. Stock Girl, how you doing? Arvin, long time no see. Morrow, what's up, brother? Jerry, what's up? Mr. Broseph, how you doing, bro? Okay, so we got everybody coming on into the stream. Let's make this a profitable trading day. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and wait for the market to open. We have 15 seconds here. I also have Invictus here. We'll be using Invictus to guide our trades. So let's get right into it. We got the market open, and so we have our trade design immediately. This is going to be the SPY here. I'm going to go into, let's see if we can break that 200. I'm going to play an SPX here if and only if she breaks that 200 there, okay? And guys, this isn't an exciting world, right? You got to stay calm. Yesterday, I was down about 4.6%, actually closed the day at 1.48. And that has a lot to do with my calm demeanor and just knowing that, hey, I'm not going to force trades for the sake of forcing them, okay? So I'm looking for SPX here. We are going to use the SPY, but we're going to check out SPX. We're going to play an option here. The options are a lot cheaper this time. And I'm going to go ahead and try to get a fill here. And let's see what happens. So let's wait on SPX, see if we get that breakthrough the 200 and into the trade design, right? We are on the 5 minute. We can then go ahead, look at the 1 minute. We go ahead and look at the 1 minute. We could see on the 1 minute that we're hitting a level here, and you are losing momentum on the 1 minute, right? This is why I live on a 5. There's a lot of noise on the 1 minute. Although you have parabolic SAR showing green, you have some strength, a little bit of strength. I mean, we're still bullish with the thigh gap indicator. We have to pay attention to RSI here, okay? So let's pay attention to RSI. This could be a situation where it comes down to the 200 on the 1 minute and it bounces, right? So let's go ahead and go back to the 5. We have a traffic light. We're going to believe in this traffic light. We're going to believe in this potential cross here, right? We just need the momentum to break the 200 on the 5. This is our first trade design out the gate. Let's see how we do, okay? So, again, when I get a candle break out of my risk here, it is non-negotiable, and I just go ahead and keep it moving, okay? There's no reason why I should not keep it moving. It allows me to go ahead and be nimble and play the direction the other way. Now, let's say we do get a breakdown. So let's go ahead and design this trade. Obviously, the market is binary, goes up and down, and you have to be able to say, all right, well, if I don't get that trade up, we have this zone here at the 24. I can go ahead, change my thesis, and then enter at the break of the 48 or the 24. That's where we're at right here. And then we have a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio, right? So this is the trade if we were to break our thesis. And so let's go ahead and just overlap it. That way we know we're going to get everything lined up here with the 48. And this is basically our design, right? There's nothing more to it, okay? Nothing more to this. So very, very simple. You stay within your trade parameters, okay? And you do not negotiate. And you're going to put yourself in a position of more winning trades, okay? So this is the SPY. What I'm going to do is I'm going to watch this here. Let's see what we have. Also, let's go ahead and check out Tesla really quick. Tesla attempting to break this level at 250.47. Now, Tesla just got smacked in pre-market, but it's looking, it wants to take it up to 254. That is a pre-market high. As it stands right now, we have our indicators here alerting a potential cross to the upside. So in this example, obviously, if you were playing this and you were building your trade design and you were playing it to the long side, obviously going with the trend, you have the 200 right there, and then you would be using either the 24. Yeah, that's a decent trade design right there. That's essentially what you'd be looking for with this trade if you were in fact bullish, right? So in doing this, you're actually profitable, right? And what happens here is that once you see you're profitable in this trade, you could go ahead and start scanning for levels that it's breaking, levels that it could come up to. We have a level at 253.32, right? And that happens to be the top of the box. That also happens to be at or about where the 200 is. So there is a general expectation that this could in fact reject and or stall in this design here, right? Alternatively, we do have another trade to the downside, although that will be going against the trend. We just got a call here, okay? So this, again, you just go through your progressions here. What we're seeing with our progressions, right? We have momentum saying bullish really quick, right? So we got a call signal. First thing we're reading is parabolic SARD. We have a green Heikinashi, great. Next up, we have thigh gap showing strength in blue, great. RSI above its moving average and also above 50 with MACD showing strength. And then finally, we got the call here. So this is going to give us that thesis that this is bullish. Now, what we also want to be able to look at is what's happening on the 1 minute. Now, the reason why we want to go ahead and look at the 1 minute is because the 1 minute is going to go ahead and give us some levels that we might not have seen on the 5, okay? Just basically a sneak peek, right? So we could see that there's some consolidation at this levels, but we also have agreement with our indicators, right? So with this level, we want to go ahead and say, okay, well, this is a level of support. Now, if we break it before I go red, should I secure the bag here? If I'm in fact profitable already, you now have that option. See, it just broke the level. Is it going to bounce off the 250.71? Probably not. I tell you guys, listen, be patient, have a lot of confidence in the 5, and also know that in the world of trading, losing is part of it, right? You just have to learn to lose and lose gracefully. Losing is part of it, okay? You will realize that over time, because of these indicators, you are going to win more than you lose, right, over time. And the only way you could take advantage of that is by, again, playing smaller, okay, and allowing yourself the repetition, okay? The repetition to, 1, feel comfortable on a 5, have faith in a 5, have faith in the system, and again, just build that calm while you're trading, okay? So here we go back to the chart here. We see Tesla still green in this trade design. I don't care what happens at this point. This is a profitable trade design, all right? I could go ahead, look for levels as well, and then in looking for those levels, right? Like for instance, this level here, I could choose to protect it, or I could choose to move it up as it graduates itself to different levels on the 1 minute, right? So that would affect, it's kind of like playing futures, right? So as it breaks a level, you can graduate this line and say, okay, now we have this level. And then as it comes up to the level, you can graduate the line once again. But these are also levels where you're going to go ahead and look at option prices. And in looking at the option prices, you know, okay, if we're coming back down to the level, this is the option price. I'm going to set my order to exit, okay? So as you can see, now she's making that break for this level as we just raised it. Let's go ahead and look at the SPY, see what's happening on the SPY. All right, we're 2 for 2 on the trade design. Yeah, I'll go. Let me just say something really quick, bro. You're fucked. You're not beating me today. All right. Anyways, back to the trade here. Here we go. It's doing this thing. Now what we're going to do is on the 1 minute, we're going to look for some hidden levels. And we have a hidden level right there. Again, this becomes a level that we can move on up as we're profitable in the trade design. Of course, we're going to hang out on the 5. And on the 5, all things are looking good. All systems go, right? All systems go. So let's see. I want to take a look at SPX. SPX, I am currently up 16%, 18%. Okay, it's going to break this level. Is it going to go for the 437s? All right, we're here. Good. Okay, so I can see that you guys are into trade design. Currently up 20% on SPX. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to be a greedy fuck. I'm going to go ahead and consider where I would start taking profit here. All right. Let me go ahead and see. I'll go ahead and it just keeps going. Well, then fuck it. It keeps going. Give me money. Give me money. I want money. Okay. Here we go. What do we have here? 24%, 25%. It's really, really pushing for this level. So 29%. It's pushing. It's pushing. 30%, 32%. Ooh, we're going to get a screenshot on this one, right? And I'm good. I just made a third. I'm okay with this. I am absolutely okay with this. So I'll go ahead, sell to close. I'll get that order in, confirm, see, done. I'm out. All right, guys, so that is Masterclass. I think we are done. If you guys took that trade there, you made a shit ton of money, you made a lot of money, congratulations. We just took it at market open. You could go ahead and go do something else with your day. You just do something else with your day. That's simple. All right, so I'll go. You got your work cut out for you. I'm already up 3%, buddy. All right. When I say hold my beer, bro. Okay. Let's go ahead, go back to the chart here. Of course, we now see this level here. Ooh, she is running. Look at her run. Okay. Do I regret selling? No. Okay. I do not regret selling. Why don't I regret selling? Because now it gives me clarity as opposed to being caught up emotionally of, oh my God, I'm making money. It gives me clarity where now I can be somewhat of a predator, if you will, okay? Because I really like just, I guess, ruining people's parades. That's just, again, what did Warren Buffett say? You sell when everyone's buying and you buy when everyone's selling, right? Just do the inverse, okay? But, all right, that was enough market exuberance at market open. And now we're going to go ahead and say, all right, this trade design paid. Now we're looking for something else here. Now that something else is not going to show itself until we get a thigh gap indicators, right? So thigh gap, what we're looking for is a thigh gap indication to the downside. Once we get that here on the 5-minute, then we start looking through, we look at price action, and then we start designing our trade to the downside, okay? So we'll wait for that to happen. Let's go ahead, take another look at, do we have anything with Invictus? Let's refresh this, make sure I'm not missing something. Okay, there you go. We have Invictus there. Affirm and Amazon cross down. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Oh, wow. Look at, Granddad's cash, poured up 2.4%. You're done, bro. Like, you're done. You got guys that are out there, like, just trading for their port to be up 1%, right? In fact, there's articles out there that say 1% averaged out or 1% consistently a day is impossible. And I don't believe that, not with options. It is not impossible, okay? Me personally, I'm doing about like 3.5%, 4% a day averaged, okay? So again, it's all about managing risk, right? Keeping your exposure small. That way it gives you more time to correct your losing trade, okay? That's why we do small allocation. Keep that in mind. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's go ahead and let's see what we have here with, oh wow, SPY still doing its thing. Good shit, SPY. Let's go ahead and see what we have with the Amazon. Now, Amazon here, we have a, this one is just wonky. We see a thigh gap here on a 5-minute with Amazon, and we see a potential cross here. So we go through our reads, and we got green Heikenhashi. We have a thigh gap. We have RSI above 50, hasn't crossed his moving average yet. We have price action showing bullish momentum, although it is still weak. So What we can do is now design our trade because it's not quite there yet, right? So if we want to go ahead and take this to the upside, we'll go ahead and do it and say, all right, we're gonna do it at the break of the 48. We're gonna play it right to the 200, right? And then that's a risk of 1.31. That right there, probably a no bueno for me, right? So what I can do to make my risk tighter, I go to the 1 minute here and we see that there's a level at the 1 minute right there. There's also a level here, super, super tight. We have a level right there. All right, I like this one. I like this level. I'm gonna draw that out. I'm gonna go ahead and raise this here to keep my risk super tight. And then, boys and girls, there you go. You have a solid trade design, okay? Does that make sense? You guys saw what I did, right? If you can't design the trade because you're missing a level, right? Just go ahead, go to the 1 minute, find that hidden level, draw it out, set it there, and that's your trade design. And you know what you do? You follow it, you believe in it, you don't negotiate with it. Really, really simple. So in this example, we do see Amazon just attempting to validate this trade design. All indications say that the bulls are in control of this trade, okay? Again, there's no telling what's gonna happen moving forward. We're on the 5 minute. It's a slow time interval. We're gonna go ahead and look at the 1 minute, and the 1 minute is giving us a traffic light. Okay, so now the 1 minute is saying, all right, bro, we're gonna come on green and everything will be agreeable here. Here we go, we have another trade design that is absolutely paying out. You have a traffic light, it looks like it's coming up to the 200. Now what we can do is go back to the 1 and see if we have a hidden level. And on the 1, we have that hidden level. We have that hidden level right here. Let's see, we also have a level inside the green here, right there on the 1 minute, right? So these are levels that when we now go over to the 5, we can say, okay, this makes sense, right? So let's see how this plays out currently, right? Currently, you are in profit. Now we go back to the SPY, see what our design is like. And well, we removed the design and she's just going. Can't get mad at that. Can't get mad at that at all. Let's go ahead and check out Tesla. How many of you guys are looking for an entry on Tesla? Let's go ahead. Tesla, there you go. Broke the trade design right there. I mean, Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm unstoppable today. Let's see. Here we go. I hope you guys are able to follow along. Tesla trade design, absolutely paid. Check it out right there. It's coming up to a level at 254.38. Want to see if it's going to break that level, right? And now if you're looking for an entry, let's go ahead and see if we can get this entry here, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and close out this level. That trade paid. We're done, okay? Now we're going to remove these drawings here, and now we have basically all-time highs here. Well, not all-time highs, day highs, right? So now we're going to go ahead and be able to design this trade as well, right? So if we're going with momentum, we're going to go ahead and break it, and we're going to use the 200 as our risk. We're going to go ahead and zoom out and see if we have a level on the 5. We could literally drag this up to here, and then we got a 3.85 risk to reward. Let's go on over to the 1 minute and see if we're missing something. On the 1 minute, we are missing something. You could see that there was a lot of consolidation, a lot of sensitivity here at about 257. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw that right there. Maybe I'm going to go ahead and bring my risk down. So now our risk is down, but our risk reward is still 2, right? This is decent. Okay, so now we go back to the 5 minute, and that is our trade design. Once again, non-negotiable. We do not negotiate our trades, okay? So just keep that in mind with Tesla here. Right now, it looks like it wants to rip faces off, right? Woo-wee. Let's see. So let's see if Tesla has enough to regain itself and just recapture these levels from previous trading day. As it stands right now, you're safe in that your risk, is right there on the 200, right? So your risk is right at a very important level of support, okay? So let's just wait this out and see what we have, okay? Moving along, let's go ahead. Let's see if we have another trade coming in. Let me check out what Invictus is doing. So we got a DK and G cross. So, well, we're 2 for 2. Let's see. We got crossed at 9:51. That was Amazon. We have an active with a firm. Let's go ahead and check out a firm and see if we can design this trade on a firm as well. So with the firm, we are in a call. I don't know if I like this too much. Which direction was a firm going? Down. Okay. So okay, so this is what I would do if I'm trading this, right? So we're alerted down. So we're going to go ahead and design this here. We go ahead and let's say we break the 13 here. Do we have a level right there we could establish as risk? And then we have a 1.45. Now let's see if we have an intermediate level on the 1 minute. That would better help us. Right here, we have that level. So what's happening here with the firm is you have this 1 minute level that is showing sensitivity to. And of course, you're not going to enter this trade until you break this key level at 1680 to the downside. And then you're coming down to 1655. This trade design on the 5 minute, boys and girls, is 2.27. We were using Invictus as a guidance, right? But it does not mean, in using Invictus as guidance, doesn't mean we just jump into the trade. We still have to design the trade, and now we have a condition of which we will enter, okay? This is going to keep you from, let's say, chasing, and it's also going to keep you from, just prematurely entering a trade, okay? Don't treat your trades as like, the hot, seductive, brunette at the bar, just like winks at you and you're just like, ooh, I'm gonna go over there and talk to her. No, she might be a man, right? So don't just jump into a trade. Evaluate the situation, read the room, see what's going on, look at price action. Okay, so now SPY is showing some sensitivity, right? Let's go ahead and see what's happening on the one. And on the one, we could say, all right, well, we got a rejection from 438.88. Of course, not all things last forever. I have half of my dry powder left. Bro, I had about like 325,000 left. Just wait and see. SPY just ripping along. How many times have we seen the story with the SPY this week where it's just chugging along, right? We don't quite have any indication of a reversal just yet. Someone mentioned Nvidia Corp. Ooh. This was ouch. This was ouch. Okay, so trade design time. Okay, trade design time. Now we're looking at a break of the 200 here, potentially on a 5 minute. So let's go ahead and go with the trend. If we're going to design this trade, we're going to say, all right, we're coming down to the lows of 420. And we're going to go ahead and let's see, what can we use our risk as? Now, actually, I'm going to expect that there's a bounce, okay? I'm going to expect there to be a bounce somewhere here because we got 1, 2, 3 massive doom candles. 3, not 1, not 2, but 3, right? Of course, you would have to expect buyers to step in or this is just profit taking. Okay, so it is coming down to this level here on a 5 minute. What I want to do is go on over to the 1 minute to be able to establish a level of risk that I can tolerate in case the trade goes against me. Now, I will say that the expectation is you will get a bounce, but if we do in fact have a continuation, then there you go. I mean, it's coming into this trade design. Now, this trade design is 1.59, which qualifies it as a decent trade. You have your risk set. You have your profit taking set. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Now, we have 37 seconds left in this trade. Let's go to the 1 minute and understand what's happening. The 1 minute here is saying, all right, we have a level. Now, we got into the trade design and there is some profit here, but I am not comfortable with the fact that we are on this level here. So by virtue of this, I really have to pay attention to the RSI on the 1 minute. And you see. So if you are in profit, if you came into this trade design and you are profitable, I would say, go ahead, take a profits and or scale out. I mean, this is, look at, you got 1, 2, look at how many times it's come down to this level, right? And it just broke. Woo, okay. All right. That should just bounce. Again, if this doesn't tell you, don't be greedy. I don't know what will. What we have. Now we have a traffic light on a 5-minute pointing down. But I don't know if I can trust this. Now, let's go ahead and look at AMD. STV and myself were talking about AMD and the potential. So what we have with AMD right here, guys, right now is time to go through our progressions, right? We have thigh gap flickering here. We have a level here. So that means we could go ahead and do a trade design and see if at some point we are in fact going to get this reversal, where are we going to get it from? Now, it's all dependent on where we could establish risk. Probably not a good trade, actually. Not from this level anyways. However, from this level here to the 200, and then using this level here as your risk, that's a 1.74. That is now your trade design. Wait for that to happen. No need to force. You're consolidating right now. Okay, moving along. Let's go ahead. Someone had mentioned Amazon. Guys, I've been unstoppable today. Amazon came and ripped faces. Congratulations. There you go. What more do you want, man? This is a thing of beauty. What more do you want? Okay, so we got the trade design, you got the call, you got the money. Go ahead, secure that bag. That's it. And or set your stop, right? As you were breaking the 200 here and you're looking at your options prices and you're saying, okay, the options were valued somewhere at or about X amount of dollars as we were coming into the 200. That's where you would go ahead and set your stop take profit, right? To secure all this money. Now we go back to the 1 minute here. We got to see if there are any surprise levels as we're marching up. Do we have any surprise levels? Well, you do right here. Now, you could go ahead and look at this and say, all right, this is where I'm going to secure the bag, and or you are writing down on your notepad, in your journal, you're writing down at this level, this is what this option price is. That's what I'm writing down. Boom. Now I could set my take profit, my stop loss, right? And it's set for that. Okay, so here we go. We go back to the design here. You see this, right? Guys, we've been killing it this morning. Let's go back to, I really am interested in Nvidia, right? Did Nvidia make its move? It is really, really interesting to see. Okay, just as we said, right? Just as we said, Nvidia made its move, and let's see here. Who wants to look at what? Daniel, what was that ticker again? So Nvidia here made the bounce as we were suspecting. So now the question is she going to make it above the 200 EMA? So I want to go ahead and do a trade design for Nvidia, and we're going to play it up to that first level. That's your trade design. Now we have this level here being support. We have a 1.65 trade design right here. Should we break the 200? For me, that is the most confident trade. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at Netflix. All right. Check out Netflix here. So Netflix, okay, so Netflix is actually, if you look at the momentum here on the 1 minute, actually, let's go ahead and look at it on the 5. You have the 200 right here. Now, momentum is saying you're in a put side. So in a put side, you're going to go ahead and design your trade for a put, okay? All right. This, let's see, we got a level right there. You also have a level right here. But you have the 200 right there. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to go ahead and look for a reversal here. What I'm saying is that right now, as we look at it, let's say we take the trade design. We're going to go, let's go here. We're going to go short. We get it here. We have a level right there. And that's a 1.22. That's a no bueno for me. That's not something I want. I'm not going to take this trade. I don't want it. The risk and the reward is just not there relative to the levels. Now, if we go ahead and we say, okay, there are a whole lot of levels here, by the way. Holy hell. I feel like everything's just really too tight, and everything's really too tight. I don't know. Okay, so then the next trade design. If we're going to go ahead and go long, we'll go ahead, look for a bounce, and then we could play it to a level at 1.56. So if you're looking for the bounce, this design makes more sense. Let's go ahead and look at Tesla. Tesla moving. Let's go. Oh, guys, we've been unstoppable, have we not? We've just been unstoppable this morning. Holy hell. You guys have just literally paid your lifetime, or excuse me, your annual subscription in this trading stream alone. Okay, let's rock and roll. Let's see, what do we have here? Tesla coming up to 257.25. Does it have what it takes to break this level? Now we have another trade design that we would go ahead and create, right? This one already paid for you guys, so we're going to delete it. Now we get a break at this level. Things could get interesting. It's at the top of the trade design, so we're done. That trade design is done, right? It paid you, you're profitable, you made money. Like, bro, just be done. Be done. Okay, so what happens now is we're looking for another trade design, right? What we do, okay, let me break this down. When you're trading, all right, okay. This is the best analogy, right? Thanksgiving Day, apple pie. If you eat the whole pie all at once, typically what happens to you? I know personally, if I just stuff my face, I get a bad case of itis and I'm done. Ugh, right? You could get sick. You do get itis. You're done. You're passed out. Stomach ache. Yeah. Diarrhea. That too. So basically what you guys just illustrated, right, is trying to do things in bulks is never a good thing. Slice by slice. Take your trade slice by slice by slice by slice. That's how you do it. You're constantly removing risk. You're constantly taking risk off the table, slice by slice by slice, okay? Because you never know that once you go ahead, right, we have this first leg of that design, print, okay? Now, let's say the next leg in the marathon, let's say that leg is down. You just forfeited so much money, right? So you just go slice by slice. It really makes things that much easier, man. So in this example, if we're doing slice by slice, we would go ahead and say, okay, trade design, right? Now let me take off auto here. Let's get this somewhere here. Now the next trade design would actually be this level here at 257.37. She's ripping faces off, sir. Okay, so in this trade design, if we're going to go long, right? Now, some would say like, hey, why not go short? Okay, well, we are not going to go against the momentum currently, right? We're not going to go ahead and try to front run a reversal. Let's see. Someone mentioned Nvidia play worked. It sure did. Guys, we are unstoppable this morning, right? Now the question is, does Nvidia have more to give? Okay, so this first trade design definitely worked. Okay, now let's go ahead and design another one, right? Because momentum is to the upside here, right? We're going to play bullish momentum with the traffic light. And what we're going to do is we're going to go long. So where are we going long at? Do we have a level, actually? Let's go back to auto so we can see this better. And I can't quite find a level here. We could use the top of the box. We could go to the 1 minute and see. Okay, so we have a level right here on the 1 minute. We're going to draw this, and then we're going to go back to the 5, and we're going to say, okay, next trade design. This one already paid. If you got your ass handed to you, that's on you. That's greed. Now, I'm looking for a break of 426.26. That's what I'm here for, right? That's what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and design the next trade here. I'm going to use the EMAs as my risk here. And then I'm going to use day highs right there. All right, so that's a 2-to-1 risk to reward. This is Nvidia, ladies and gentlemen. Known to rip faces, okay? So that's our trade design right here, non-negotiable. Traffic light to the upside. We're in a call trend. We have Heikin-Ashi candles here, printing green. We haven't had parabolic SAR agree just yet, but we do have a thigh gap there. We need RSI breaking moving average and a continuation with the MACD. And we're going to go ahead and be very, very disciplined with this trade. Let's go ahead and check out Nvidia here. Looking at the options, we're looking at calls. And we're currently at 425.82. The next strike is out of the money at 430. Those are going for about 480 bucks. Now, let's see. Do we have that momentum to break this level? That's what we're looking for, boys and girls. Yeah, I'm only entering if it breaks the level. I'm keeping a record of the value of the contract as it approaches, right? So I know that somewhere in this area, these contracts are going to be worth at or about 480, 485. Okay, so now I have a fair market value of what these contracts are going to be worth should it come back up to this level. But I am not going to front run it, right? What's happening here right now is we're getting signals here that you're losing some momentum, right? That's what these diamonds are. That's what they're showing us here, right? So that could also mean that it's losing steam, right? We're showing sensitivity here because it's hitting this level and it's losing steam. With that being said, let's go ahead and design the trade for the downside just in case, all right? We could go ahead and say, okay, we're going to go short here, and we're going to go short only if we break the 48, and we're going to play this. Let's go ahead, use this same level, and use the 200. That's a 1.36. I don't like it. We could go back to day lows, and that gives us a 1.81. It's fairly decent. So if you're going to go put side, you're looking for an entry at 424. It's currently trading at 426. And if you guys are paying attention to the options values right now, as we're flirting with this level, you can see as of right now, it's about 485. So that's why we go ahead and keep a record or get an idea of what these option contracts are going for. Okay. So we're going to see if we get a candle close and hold into this level. If not, then we're going to go ahead and see if we get a break to the downside. Either way, I'm not stressed out. I know where my risk is, but I also have these EMAs providing support to a certain degree. I'm just chilling, okay? Again, do not enter these trades unless you get a clear break through the level. And let's see here. What's happening in the markets right now? We got some consolidation. I don't know. I think Nvidia could go ahead and rip some faces off today. I'm not sure, right? I'm just going to go ahead and play the trend. There you go. Breaks out of the box. And so now you have another trade design right here, right? And we had enough clues. This is why I drew the trade. He had enough clues with this diamond here. These diamonds are like, nah. Okay, if it doesn't, then we have this trade design. This trade design is what printed. Really simple stuff. Really simple stuff. So you pretty much had a trade setup that either way paid, and you have the 200 or day lows. But this just paid for you. I owe you guys nothing more. Nothing more. I owe you nothing more. So you want to go ahead and then once again, we go to the 1 minute and see why there was sensitivity, and boom, we had it right there. There's sensitivity right here. Although we got a traffic light to the downside, you could see that there's some sensitivity there. So you have to, again, be sensitive to the levels. This trade design paid, take the profit, keep it moving. That's it. You're done. What more do you want? What more do you really want? Okay, so Nvidia paid you on this trade design initially, this one here, and then it looks like it's trying to come up into this here. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with this here. It's going to try to come up here. You already got paid on this one. Let's see if it tries to come up. And that is pretty much it, boys and girls.